Morning to day 41. 7:10, 7:15. No one in sight yet. Have a quick walk around, have a look what's going on. So yesterday was a little bit of a difficult day because we still had a big problem with this side of the block with regards to the softness. They dug a couple of holes out. Let's see one here and one over there, just to try and drain the water off that had happened over the weekend. And then they rolled them to try and see if they've actually still got movement in them, and they have got quite a bit of movement. So you can see where the roller was actually on here. Let me spin it around. So they used these to try and get the water in and out, obviously, and then just took them up a little bit with marl to try and stop the big puddles forming. And then you can see where the roller was going over it and still creating a difference in height. But it's been happening across all of the marl that we've actually got, so it's not just this piece. We thought it was actually just this piece, but we did the driveway, and the driveway is doing exactly the same thing. So it's obviously when the marl gets too wet, it just can't compact. So last night there was lots of rain as well, I heard it. So again, we've got the same problem today. So again here, look, where they were rolling up and down. So this isn't in the soggy piece, and we were still getting the same thing yesterday. So it's not just the actual pit itself, we call it the pit. It wasn't just this piece, it's actually in general. So we actually marked out yesterday where this wall's going to go as well. Unfortunately, it does run right through that palm tree, which we knew anyway. We were hoping we were going to try and miss that, which it doesn't look like we can. But also it means we hit this tree, which he really doesn't want to meet. I think it's called a heme tree, I think it's called. There's little berries on it, look. He really doesn't want to lose it, and obviously no one wants to lose a tree, that's for sure. So we're going to have to put another column to this side, and then take the wall this way, probably 12 inches towards me, and then that will run all the way down to where that green line is, which is where the well is, and then from the well it will come around here, across, and then back down again, and then all the way down to the boundary line. So yeah, you can just about see the green line on the floor there, look. So it's a shame because the wall from this side is going to be a bit of an eyesore. There's no real way around it, really. I mean, we've got to try and miss the tree, obviously, and we're going to have a bit of an ugly part with the well anyway. So from here, you'll probably see just one column, obviously, and the wall going that way. But obviously, if you look at it from the side, it's going to have a jut out and along, which is not what I wanted to do. But that's the way things are. Trees, unfortunately, sometimes do get in the way. There's nothing you can really do, and it's always worth trying to save a tree if you can. So, with regards to the wall itself, the guys have taken quite a bit of time on the wall. I need to talk to the guys today about whether the block work's going to be done internally. We're going to sub that out. Also, the wall itself is absolutely fine along here, but then it gets to this one and it goes down. So I have said, is that the foundation giving, or is it the guys laying poor bricks? And it is the guys laying poor bricks, I think. So also things like, there's holes going right through. There's no pug in between that block. So we need to make sure this wall is as watertight as possible, because water comes down the hill and lands up in here. So obviously we've got to make sure that water can't come through the wall. So I need to make sure that they go over that again and redo that. They did actually concrete in here by hand yesterday, which I think was a bit of a waste of time. They should have just left that. We've got a concrete lorry coming today. They could have done both. So, but anyway, yeah, so yesterday, a bit of a disjointed day. Not a great deal done. I mean, they managed to lay pretty much that wall there, but it's a bit pissed. We managed to get that driveway, another couple of layers put onto that and rolled before the big roller disappeared. We managed to dig those holes and pump some water out. But technically, apart from obviously making the cement and doing those footings, that's pretty much what we did for a whole day. And there was a lot of people on site yesterday. So need to have a chat with Wayne today. Make sure that we're getting productivity right, because otherwise we're going to end up having a lot of people and a lot of hourly rates, but not a great deal being done. So Colin obviously was his first day yesterday, so he's bedding in, like I said on the description yesterday. But from my point of view, I want to sit down with Colin today and start making sure we build plans for everybody each day, because from my point of view, everybody can look busy, but we need to make sure people actually are busy. I think the plan today is to try and get the formwork all laid out for this main patio slab here. So finish on getting all the lines pulled in, and then start obviously forming out ready for the actual concrete, which I think are going to happen towards the end of the week. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are for now. So I'll update you as the day goes. Okay, so the pits are now being prepared. The boardings and hoardings are actually being mounted in. So basically on any form of wall or concrete aspect, there has to be a certain distance in and around the rebar. So I'll show you what I mean. So all of the concrete walls and all of the bases and stuff like that are all concreted in. So these rebars are what gives the concrete wall or structure its strength. So this here is called a smock. So they make them out of concrete with some ties on them, and basically what they do is they enable the rebar to be away from the floor to stop the penetration of salt water and then the inside rusting. So at the moment they've got to put those all along the outsides to keep the boards off, and they've also got to get them off the ground as well, and they've got to do that all the way around. So they're currently smoothing out any form of sand or anything that's actually fallen in, and then they've got to put the smocks underneath, and they've also got to put them on the sides as well. And then later on there's a concrete lorry coming to pour in here, and then they can do what they've done over there, which is then to start blocking up on those fittings basically. So that's one of the plans they're doing now, and they're also trying to finish off the rear temporary fencing that they spent a long time concreting in. I'm sure they'll try and finish that today as well. So that's the plan for now. Okay, still loads more happening today. Just had the concrete truck turn up and pour the actual footings for the wall on the main side. The guys are making loads of muck for the brick walls. The brick walls are still going up, so let's have a quick look. So they're making the actual cement, block walls are being built, next door's boundary lines being dug out, which is making me nervous. I'm going to be really careful in there. So this is all still really wet as well. So this is all quite soggy still, all here. Unfortunately we couldn't save palm tree, and now we've got to try and dig as close as we can all the way down there, try and lay the footings in there as well. So again, we've got to be really careful with this palm tree. Trying to finish the fence at the back, so plenty of stuff going on as always. Fingers crossed the wall can be straight. That's the update so far for 11 o'clock. Okay, a quick half-one update. Where are we? So concrete was finally poured in here, which is an absolute mission, because yet again no one was ready for the concrete man. Having to pour the remainder of the actual run by hand, so they didn't have enough concrete. So that's one thing that's actually happening now. Spin it around so you can see. Over the back, the guy in the excavator is actually now digging out even the boundary wall that will go from the yellow wall there all the way along over to where those blocks are. So basically we've got a block wall going all the way along there. The hoarding is turned up for the wooden temporary fencing, which I assume is coming. Poor palm tree, bit the dust. Unfortunately it was right on the actual boundary line, so we couldn't save it, so that had to go. But it does mean we've actually got, you know, palm tree, palm tree, palm tree, palm tree, they're all now so equally apart now. But anyway, it's a shame to have lost it, but it was right on the boundary line. The guys at the back are still finishing the wall. I'll take you down to show you now. I don't know how many courses we go. I don't know how many courses they're actually going to go in height, but I'll actually come to the wall and show you how high. So we've actually got okay, so we've got that many courses so far, and obviously they just need to come to here. So I assume they're going to go up to the same sort of height as that wall there, which I think is 1550, I think. So they've still got to do the columns. They've still got to make sure they're filling in between the actual gaps themselves. They've been dumping mud here from the dig out today. So you can just see down there where they're digging out behind the actual rock tree. And then this is their office. I think they're going to be putting it just on the other side of the wall here. Ideally it needs to come on this side, so I don't know if they're actually going to get here. But we'll see. This is where it needs to come. I assume they're not, because I'm not prepared. So anyway, that's where they are with all of it. Still quite a few hours to go of the day, so we will know what's going on with the remainder of the day a little bit closer on. So that's pretty much where we are with most of it. Boundary wall next doors. So there's basically going to be another column coming off of this one, and then basically the wall will shoot all the way down to the well, and it'll go around the well. Nice. Which is great. Exactly what we need. Nice to hit some fucking rock for a change. Okay, let's do a finish off. So I've arrived to site after picking up my wife's new car. Let's have a quick look at what's been done. I've got the cameras in. Everyone's gone. The pits have been dug for the footings and the wall between us and the neighbour, which is great. So have a quick look at those. Here. Oh, nice. So we've actually got rock quite low down, which is brilliant, which means we don't have to go too deep with the footings. I think it's a little bit deeper over there, but that's fine. Yeah, so they've got a little bit of marlin there by the looks of it. Yeah, a little bit of marlin over there, look. So that's okay, no problems at all. They got the hoarding boards up. Some of them, most of them. Got the office container delivered. I think they started laying blocks on this side. They certainly started finishing blocks on that side. You can just see the actual block wall actually between the containers. So they've been obviously working on that today. Don't know if they started laying any blocks in here. I wouldn't have thought so. Let's have a quick look just in case. No, haven't started yet. They're just taking the formwork off. Yes, they have. They'll start blocking down there. Look. Okay. So we actually have a truck here looking to move the container, but it's a big container, and that truck is certainly going to struggle to get in and out. So I'll try and work with them, see if I can help them get in there, but I don't think they are. And plus on top of that, I think their little truck's going to have a little bit of a job trying to pick up that unit, that's for sure, because it is big. But other than that, things are moving, so fingers crossed. Day 41 will actually be another day of movement and change, and start getting this floor set out and start getting some work done over in that pit as well, hopefully, if it dries out. So try and get some compact tests done at tomorrow. See what the sort of floor's coming out like, and then get some more marl in there if we can. But we'll see. Boss man's just turned up, so we'll have a quick look at what he's got to say, and we'll get a plan for tomorrow. So we did land up moving the container. That was here, obviously.